Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Stats and Chats. I'm Bella, your host.
And I am Jason, wondering out loud exactly how much of this podcast is going to be dedicated to the amazing, wonderful, incredible news that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are getting married.
Queen. So, bing, bang, boom. Let's get started. Do, 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 do.
All right, football is here, and so
Did you like my little theme song?
it was amazing.
Thank you.
What was that?
I don't know.
Okay,
It was just a bunch of. Do, 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 do.
it
Oops.
was
It's gorgeous, actually.
matrimonial.
Okay. Sorry, you may continue.
Yeah, football is here, and so is the engagement.
Football is here.
You excited?
Yes,
Excited
bro,
about
they're
all
so
the things?
Cute together.
All
I'm
right,
so
but
happy
first,
she found a man.
we have other things to talk about. We do, but we'll talk about that.
I'm
You want to talk
literally
about that
sporting
first?
Taylor Swift shirt. To back up, sorry.
Pretty sure everybody's going to be able to see it.
Yeah, it's literally because the news had to.
All right, so I guess we'll start with that. So, how excited are you? Let's just dive right into that
Oh my God,
because
I'm like ecstatic.
yes, big
That's how you
news,
say that, right?
big
Ecstatic?
news. Yes,
Ecstatic?
that's how I say it.
Yeah. I'm so
Um,
happy. Like, literal queen and like, bro, they're just so cute together.
It's-
Like, their pictures are just, oh my God.
it's the news we've all been waiting for, right?
Yes. Oh, she's gonna have like nieces.
She broke or children.
Well, yeah, but like nieces, that's so cute.
So they broke the internet just hours ago.
I was in sixth period
Yeah.
on my phone.
Will you always remember where you were when?
Oh yeah, sixth period. I'm not gonna say my teacher actually. Sixth period.
Yeah. And how did you find out? Was there like scuttlebutt throughout the classroom?
No, actually, I was the first to find out, and then I went out because I was on Instagram, obviously, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my God, is this real?" Because I thought it was like a fake account or something at first, and I was like, "Is this for real right now?" So then I looked at the top, expecting a fake account, and it was like Taylor Swift is like on Facebook, it's like is with, but on Instagram, it's like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
I was like,
Hot.
oh my God. And then I turned to the girl next to me and I was like, did you see this? She was like, no. And then she just told all her friends.
Oh my
Basically,
gosh.
I was the first to find out.
Hot Pod Mom has a comment or question. Oh, well, there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
She told us about that.
Hey, man, it's breaking news.
Yeah, literally.
True breaking news. So, so that's exciting. How long do we think they'll be engaged?
Oh.
Have we thought about any of the details yet, or are we still just
they've
basking in the glow?
Engaged for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think it just happened
Okay.
either. I think it's been a little bit. But I think it's still going to be like probably like a good, I don't think it'll be a year, but I think it'll be between 6 and 9 months until they get married. Because,
That's it?
like, she's Taylor Swift. Like, she can make anything happen. Like, girls just got to like call in like, hey, I want this wedding venue for this date. Oh, it's booked? It's okay. I'll pay you extra. She's like such a queen like that.
Hot Pod Mom is back. Okay.
Okay, so in case you didn't hear, her prediction is that this is going to be Travi's last season and they'll get married at the end of the season.
All right.
So that's what?
Duly noted.
What month is that?
It is February or March
Okay, so
of 2026.
What month are we in?
August.
7 months. I told you 6 to 9 months, I bet.
I'm here for the sourdough.
Okay. What's next?
But no, it's exciting for everybody. Seems like positive news that most people are excited about.
Literally, who wouldn't be excited about that?
And that doesn't happen every day.
the diehard football fans I know that don't like seeing her on the screen, probably not too happy.
I think she's winning a lot of
but
them over, though.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I think she's winning a lot of them over. So, congrats to the happy couple and a lot more. There she is. A lot more of Taylor Swift during our football games and on our Alexas as we listen to music. So, good times. Good times. That said, a lot of other things going on that we've got to talk about this week. Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Our first trip with Silka to Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
Silka, did you have a good time at Magic Kingdom?
She cannot hear you. She has her AirPods in.
Okay. Well, she had a blast.
She posted on her Instagram.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, was it a good post?
Yeah, it was so cute. We looked adorable. Not you, but me.
Well, I was in some pictures.
Yeah, but did you look adorable?
Okay, guess not. And we had our fantasy football draft on Sunday.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about your team?
Pretty good. I feel confident because I think some of like I think my players, I was like lower in the order.
Yes.
So like I didn't get the very, very best players. But I think my players are very consistent for the most part. Like I tried to pick players that like I'll give my defense, for example. I picked the Broncos.
Yep.
While they aren't
should be good.
Yeah, they're pretty good defense, but while they aren't the best defense, they had like one case of negative points last year. It was like -1. And there are some defenses where it's like you're at 26 points and then you're like -12 and then it's like all over the place and I'm like I just need something that's going to be consistent that I can count on, and I think that's how you like ultimately win. Is you need to be consistent. Like
absolutely.
It can't be like, oh, is my player going to do well this week? Like, you need to trust in them,
100%.
Trust in
Well, it was a big deal because we went from 4 teams to 12 teams. Only the second year you and your sister and your mom have played. So we brought some other friends and family into the mix. I thought the draft went great all in all.
Yeah.
A little stressful, went quick.
Yeah, it was quick.
But all in all, I think the draft went really well, and I am ecstatic about my team.
Ecstatic.
Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison Jr. I know everybody listening is thinking, how did you get all of those players in a 12-team league? It's all about building a great team.
Bro, you were like second. You got second pick. Stop glazing. But.
And last thing is out there online before the engagement news, Caitlin Clark finally signed, and Nike released the Caitlin Clark Nike signature logo with a t-shirt coming in next week, and apparel later this year, and shoes in 2026. Did you get a chance to see it?
Yeah, you showed it to me.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 2 C's, right?
What do you think?
I think it's cool. I would wear it.
Yeah.
I would get shoes.
Yeah.
Before we move on to quick hits, sorry, I just like poked your toe.
You did.
The table.
Weird.
Can I read my fantasy football team?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so I got Joe Burrow, Ashton Genty.
Those are 2 strong picks, by the way.
Thanks, I know. Aaron Jones Sr. Because I guess he has a son or something. He's a running back for the Vikings. AJ Brown, who's literally fire. Don't even test me. Terry McLaurin for the
Commanders.
Sorry, I was
he
was just signed. I was just gonna say that he finally got his deal. DJ Moore, Broncos defense. I don't know this guy's name. Jake Bates, kicker for Detroit, I guess, and Mark Andrews as my tight end. So pretty fire team.
It's a good team. Some strong starters.
Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah. You want to know my backup quarterback? It's CJ Stroud. He was my backup quarterback last year. He's pretty fire. And my backup defense is the Seahawks.
Interesting strategy with the backup defense.
Well, because here's my thought. You gotta have a backup defense. Like, people that didn't choose 2 defenses, like, what's gonna happen when your defense has a bye week?
Yes. You're gonna have to pick one up.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna be good.
Yeah.
There you
go. That's a strat.
May the best team win.
It's gonna be me. Or Garrett, probably, actually.
Who sings that? It's going to be me.
Okay. Moving to quick hits.
Yeah.
There was a WNBA milestone this year. The league broke its single season attendance record with 2,501,609 fans across 226 games so far, surpassing the 2002 mark, which took 256 games. So they're already less than that.
There you go.
And in other WNBA news, the Valkyries, Fever, and Sparks are all within one game of each other, fighting for the last 2 playoff spots. And Caitlin Clark has missed the last 15 games with no estimated return time.
Crazy.
What can you do?
So they're breaking records, attendance records,
Without Caitlin Clark.
Without Clark, which is good news. Bad news is still without Clark. And now the Fever are at risk of missing out on the playoffs and most likely will. So I know it's a disappointing season for her and her fans, but hopefully she's on the mend and back soon.
Yeah.
All right. Other quick hits. Major League Baseball. So your division leaders in the American League remain the Blue Jays, Tigers, and Astros. In the National League, the Brewers and Phillies have a 5-game and 7-game lead, respectively. The Dodgers and the Padres tied in the NL West going into the last few weeks of the season. The intrigue is also with the National League wild card, where the Mets and Reds are battling for the last spot within a game and a half of each other behind the Cubs and the Padres. And in the American League, the Red Sox, Yankees, and Mariners all in a tight battle for those last wild card spots as well. In other news, we got to bring up Big Dumper. Big Dumper hit his 50th home run. That is a record that he keeps extending for catchers in a single season. It also ties him with Mickey Mantle as the only switch hitter. Now 2 switch hitters. So
that means he hits on both sides.
That's right. To hit 50 home runs in a season. And Ken Griffey joined Ken Griffey as the only other Seattle Mariner to hit 50 home runs.
That's kind of cool.
Cal Riley making it happen. So that's your Major League Baseball update. In New York, the U.S. Open is underway. Early winners include Arina Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, Emma Raducanu. On the men's side, Carlos Alcaraz with the new buzz cut, which is getting some buzz.
That's funny.
Ben Sheldon, Taylor Fritz from the American side, Novak Djokovic, all early winners as well. Sinner, Anna Samova, and Goff all play today and are expected to win as well. A couple of upsets in the first round. Venus Williams coming back, unfortunately lost in 3 sets. Madison Keys, also one of the favorites, lost in 3 sets as well. And then kind of the viral moment of the weekend so far, Daniil Medvedev lost in 5 seconds and had a complete and utter meltdown in the middle of his match after a cameraman made his way onto the court and interrupted things a little bit. And you can catch that video pretty easily online if you're curious. But yeah, that was kind of crazy. And then finally, the FedEx Cup playoffs. Tommy Fleetwood. This is grit and resilience. I like the story a lot. After 164 starts, 44 top 10 finishes, and 6 runner-ups, finally broke through to notch his first ever PGA Tour win at East Lake Golf Club. He shot a final round of 68, finished 18 under par for the tournament, 3 shots in front of Patrick Cantley and Russell Henley. It also earned him the FedEx Cup title and a $10 million payday.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. Hey,
that's cool though. I'm glad he finally got a win.
It's cool, and reading a little bit more about Tommy Fleetwood, he is one of the most liked players on the tournament.
Yeah.
And so there were a lot of people happy for him.
Yeah.
To finally break
he just seems like
through and make it happen.
Like to keep going even though you're not winning, that just shows how much he likes the sport.
He loves the sport. He's committed to the sport.
Yeah. So that's just
it's great story.
It's not like someone who needs the win to keep doing the sport. He's just out there. He's yeah, I'm just gonna get a couple of runner-ups, maybe get a win.
That's right.
Who knows? I don't know. It's nice to see.
Well, yeah, it's very nice to see. So those are your quick hits. Top stories today are all about one subject.
NFL. Football.
And college football.
Yeah.
All the football.
Sorry, I forgot college. If you are kind of new to the pod, you will soon find out that I am a big NFL girly. I love football, and I like watching college football, but I know so much more about it. So
well, there you go.
That's just
learning,
me for you.
And you're learning more about college and all the sports every day.
Yeah.
But you do love your NFL.
I love my NFL.
All right, so let's dig into NFL first. So we are giving predictions. We are giving season predictions today. So in the NFL, we are going to run through our division winners, our conference picks, and our Super Bowl champion pick. And then in college, we're going to run through who we believe are going to be the last 4 teams in the college football playoffs and who will be the national champion. And then maybe a surprise pick as well.
A surprise pick.
A surprise pick that's going to do a lot better than people think. So before we dig into our predictions, a couple of breaking headlines in the NFL. Today, Tuesday, the 26th, was kind of official cut day for the NFL teams. So of note, free agents signed. So Trey Hendrickson finally signed with the Bengals. Terry McLaurin signed with the Commanders. So great news for those 2 teams and players ahead of the start of the season. And then just on the subject of QBs for a second, because there were still a couple of question marks around starting QBs and then some teams that had a few extra QBs on their roster. So in New York, Tommy DeVito was cut from the Giants today, unfortunately. And in Cleveland, Kenny Pickett, in a very crowded QB room, was traded to the Las Vegas Raiders. And then finally in New Orleans, they have officially announced that Spencer Rattler will be their starting quarterback, as most expected.
Cool beans,
for week
bro.
1. So division winners. So the way we're going to do this, we are going to go through the AFC first and then the NFC second. Bella's going to start with her pick for each division, and then I'm going to give mine with a reason or two why, and then we'll roll to the NFC and conference and Super Bowl. Take it away.
Okay. So quick disclosure before I begin. The way I did my predictions for each division is based off of, it's my favorite testing strategy actually, process of elimination. So which teams can you automatically knock out of the way? And then based off of the potential competition that you have within the division, who has the most consistent, the best offense, defense, kind of going through that. So just a little disclosure on that. So starting with the AFC East, Bills, I think they're in a relatively easy division. I don't think they'll have much competition in terms of winning or losing. I think they will win, but winning the whole AFC is going to be a little different. So that's my pick.
AFC East, I also picked the Buffalo Bills. They have won the division 5 years in a row. Josh Allen, the only QB with 5 straight seasons of 35 or more touchdowns. They are built to win. They are motivated. They will win the AFC East.
Okay, King. Period. Period. Okay, AFC North. I picked the Ravens. I think unless something happens with Lamar, I know he has a potential injury at the moment, ankle, but he was also flexing his wrist, so maybe there's a wrist thing. But I think if he stays uninjured, I think they will win. If he gets injured, then I think the Bengals will win. But I think as long as he is consistent the way he has been, I think the Ravens are going to win. Do you need something? No. Sophia's.
Everybody wants to get in on this one today. I am AFC North. I'm picking the Ravens as well. Lamar Jackson, last year, #1 total QBR in 2024. Their offense, #1 in yards per game, and their defense, 9th in points allowed. And I think they'll do it again.
King. AFC South, I picked the Texans. I think they're the most consistent out of all of the teams in that division. I think the Titans could give them a run for their money just because of the addition of Cam Ward, and I think he's going to bring more power to the team and possibly more of a change in atmosphere, I think.
Culture.
Yeah, culture. That's the word I was looking for. So I think he's going to give them a run for their money, but I think the Texans at the end of the day are more experienced, more consistent. I mean, I don't think they're winning the AFC, spoiler, but yeah, I think they're consistent enough to be fine.
Yeah, I think that they've reinvented a very, very strong culture there. I agree with you on the Texans pick as well, 3 for 3. Back-to-back division winners, they actually spent some time and attention on retooling their offensive line in the offseason to give Stroud, the running backs, and receivers a little bit more time. And they've got one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Yeah, their defense is really good. I had last year for fantasy football, I had the Broncos were my first and they were my backup, but I alternated between them all the time depending on who they were playing that week. So their defense is good.
Good. All right, AFC West.
Do you want to go?
Nope.
Okay. So I picked the Chiefs.
Yep.
While I don't think they're going to be the team that they have been in the past by any means, I think we saw that at the Super Bowl. I think it's going to take time for them to mentally recover from that because that was kind of a slap in the face for them. In like the nicest way possible. I still think at the core of that team, they have so many offensive weapons. Their defense is still good. I think while they're not going to be the team that they were, because what they did was crazy.
Yep.
I still think they're going to win their division easily.
They're the favorites.
Not easily, but like I think they're going to win. I think they'll have to work harder for it in years past, but I still think they're going to win their division.
They are the favorites.
You're not going to pick them.
I'm going with another team. I think, listen, they're the favorites for a reason, and I think it probably will be Kelsey's last year. They have made improvements to the team after last year, even though they made the Super Bowl, even while they seemingly struggled quite a bit throughout the season during some games. I'm going with the team that was 10th in points scored last year, 3rd in points allowed last year. The quarterback had 33 total TDs as a rookie, which was more than Mahomes with 26 TDs. And their strength of schedule is easier than Kansas City. I'm going with the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos.
Cool beans, bro. So moving on to NFC East. This is an easy one. The Eagles, they're consistent. They win. They know how to win. Quick shout out. I think the Giants will do better than last season.
Agreed.
I don't think they're going to beat the Eagles, but I just wanted to shout them out and recognize that I think
You think they're going to do better than the Cowboys?
I think they might. I think they took the time over the offseason to really look at what they needed to fix on their team. And I think they did more than the Cowboys did. So, yeah, I think their team will be better. And then the Commanders, I think they're going to have a good season. But I just think, I don't know if they can repeat what they did last year. Like, part of me wants to be like, oh, yes, like, let's get fired up. Let's go. Like, yes. And then part of me is like first time luck. Like, so I don't think they'll beat the Eagles. I think they'll do good, but I don't think they'll beat the Eagles. So
okay.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah. Eagles locked in as well.
Yeah. That's easy. NFC North, I picked the Lions. I do think the Bears will be close behind them. Not like right on their butts, but like I think they'll be like in the mix. They won't be like at the bottom, you know? Not that I'm biased or anything, but I think they've gotten a lot better in the offseason. So I think they could be like number 2 behind the Lions, like going into the playoffs.
So I'm going to try to look at this objectively, and I am picking the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings. They were 9th in points scored last year, 5th in points allowed last year. They had an incredible season last year. They just ran into a buzzsaw at the end. Number 1 in interceptions, +8 in turnover differential. Obviously, they've got a new quarterback starting in J.J. McCarthy, but he had a year to watch and learn. And listen, he was one of the most highly recruited quarterbacks coming out of Michigan, right? For Detroit, obviously, they've been they've had consistent excellence
They're a powerhouse
over the last few years. However, they lost both coordinators, offense and defense, after last season, and they have the tougher schedule going into this year.
True.
So I'm going with the Vikings. I think the Lions are going to be great, but I do think they're going to take a step back. The question is, Minnesota really kept their team intact, and it was a really strong team. Obviously, McCarthy as the QB for year one, but they had one of the strongest rosters in the NFL last year.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Sorry, this is kind of later, like when we talk about playoffs and stuff, but I think that the Vikings could have a chance of beating the Lions, but I don't think they're a playoff team.
Okay.
Hot take. But I don't think they are.
Okay.
Like my theory.
Yeah.
I think Lions, and then I think the Bears might have a chance, but probably not. I'm just biased in that account.
Yep.
But I think the Vikings will make the wild card. But if they're in front of the Lions, I think they're going to lose. Like, does that make sense?
No.
Like, I think the Lions would go farther in the playoffs even if they were behind, even if they were a wild card.
Okay.
Than the Vikings would if they weren't a wild card or if they were a wild card.
Okay.
Sorry, that's like kind of hard to explain, but like, you get what I'm trying to say?
I think so.
Like, I don't think the Vikings are a playoff team. Like, compared to the Lions, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bills, like, even I think, like, let's see who else I put on my wild card list. Like, the Chargers.
Yeah.
I think they're a playoff team.
Yeah.
Commanders, I think they're a playoff team.
Yeah.
I don't think the Vikings are a playoff team.
Okay.
Hot take, I know, but
we'll see.
I know they made the playoffs last year, but
they did.
I think they can make it. I don't think they're gonna go as far.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So that's my hot take.
That's a hot take. Who you got in the NFC South?
Bro, when I was looking at these divisions and I was like going through and picking who I think was gonna win, I got to this division and I just laughed to myself.
Ouch.
It's so mean.
Feel bad for them.
Like, I was just like looking at it and I was like, what are these teams here, bro? So I don't really think any of these teams are gonna have, the best.
Somebody's got to win the division.
Someone's got to win, so I'm picking the Bucks.
Yep.
But I think most of these teams will have a losing record, so it could be close.
Okay.
Because I think they're all going to do just as bad as one another.
Okay.
But I'm picking the Bucks to win.
Okay.
So.
I'm going with Falcons. I'm going with the Falcons.
That was my second choice.
Which is an upset. I mean, the Bucks are favored.
Yeah.
So the Falcons, I think it's another team that kind of has flown under the radar a little bit.
I was just going to say that.
Like the Vikings, believe it or not, in some ways.
So
maybe
compare them more to like, I can't think of the team that had a logo in my head. Keep talking.
All right.
It'll come to me.
All right. Second year for their QB, Michael Penix, who played part of last year, but not all of last year. And they had two extremely explosive weapons on offense. So obviously Bijan Robinson, he was number 3 in yards last year, tied for 5th in TDs last year. And Drake London, number 4 in receiving yards last year. So strong core on the offense. They invested in defense last year. First 4 draft picks in 2025 were all on defense.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, I think they addressed some of their weaknesses. Last year, they also swept Tampa Bay, even though Tampa took the division. They swept Tampa Bay in both games, and they have the 20th easiest schedule in 2025. So, I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
Can I say my team? Sorry, it came to me.
Yeah.
The Texans.
Oh yeah.
That's who I was gonna compare them to.
Okay.
I feel like think while the Texans are better than the Falcons,
Sure.
I think they get overlooked in the same way just because they are part of like the AFC with such big teams.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think in a lot of ways they're overlooked in the same way.
I think it's a really good point.
Sorry.
I mean, there's some big personality teams in both conferences,
Yeah.
right? In the AFC, the Chiefs, you got the Bills,
Yeah.
Bengals, and then the NFC, same kind of deal. So, no, I think it's a good comparison.
Thank you.
All right, last division, NFC West.
Do you want me to go first?
Yep.
Okay. So I think this division has like a lot of okay teams. I don't think any of them are like on the worst end of the spectrum, but
Yep.
I don't think any of them are the best teams in their divisions. I think the Rams will win the division, but I think it's going to be close. So I don't think they're going to win by a lot, but I think they're going to win. I think like the 49ers and the Seahawks are going to be like right behind them, like on their little butts.
Yeah.
And I put that, I think each team will be around like 9 to 12 wins.
Okay. 12's a lot.
12 is a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, that's like mine because I just think that like they're pretty good teams.
Yeah.
Relatively, and I can't remember their schedule at the moment.
Sure. Well, they all play each other.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. But I think they're all relatively good teams for the most part. So yeah.
Yeah.
I just think like the Seahawks, the offense isn't where the other two offenses are. And while they do have a good defense, their offense just isn't there. And then the 49ers, I think they're in a bit of like a rebuilding period, if that makes sense. I think they were on kind of a good pace, and then last season it kind of just like went down a little bit. So I think they're kind of rebuilding. And I think the Rams are just the most consistent. Like I feel like they don't have that many problems right now. And then I think they're just kind of chilling. So
yep. It's a good pick. I mean, it is kind of a toss-up, I think, as well. I think for the Rams, a lot of it is going to be determined by how healthy Matt Stafford is.
Yeah.
Because he's been hurt in the preseason. I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. So, horrible year last year. Wheels really fell off the team. Christian McCaffrey injured early. He was my number one pick in fantasy last year and pretty much destroyed my team. And really the least thing that he was worried about. But despite that, they still had 3 All-Pros last year. McCaffrey is healthy. They just picked up a solid number 2 running back as well. They extended Brock Purdy's contract for 5 years, and they have statistically the easiest 2025 schedule in the NFL. So, and they've won the division 3 of the last 6 years. So I think it's going to be a comeback year for the 49ers. You know, the nucleus, the general manager, and Shanahan, head coach, arguably one of the best combos in the NFL. Bad year last year, but I think they're going to come back strong this year. So I'm picking the Niners.
Cool.
All right. So
you want to go over division winners?
I do.
Well,
you want me to tell you mine?
That's kind of weird because we just went over division winners.
Conference winners.
Conference.
That's the word. So basically, who's going to the Super Bowl?
I was like,
do you want me to tell you? You want me to tell you who's
subdivision? I want to say mine.
You want to say yours?
I've been going first for everything.
Let's go.
So AFC, I have the Bills winning.
Okay.
I think, I just think they're like the best team there at the moment. Most consistent, just powerhouse. Like, yes. So I think they're gonna win their conference.
Yep.
And then I think NFC, the Eagles will win. I think they had a great season last year. I don't think it's gonna be as good as it was last year for them though, because I think the Chiefs fell apart at the Super Bowl, which was part of the Eagles' win. I think they're still a really good team, but I think they kind of last year, I don't want to say got handed the win because that sounds bad, but the Chiefs just fell apart. Like, if they didn't win against that Chiefs team, that would have been embarrassing.
Okay.
So I think putting them up against the Bills, who are incredible, offense amazing, defense amazing. Like, I think they're going to lose. I think the Bills are going to win.
All right. So you are picking Bills and Eagles with the Bills taking it all.
And can I say my sleeper teams too? Or do you want me to save those for later?
You can say them now.
Okay, so my teams that are my sleepers or like my surprise teams are the Bears.
Yep.
Because I think with their new... He became their head coach, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Ben Johnson.
Because I know he was the
offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I thought he became head coach, but I wasn't positive. They have a new head coach, and I think he's really good. And just based off of their preseason games, I think they've done a really good job so far.
Yeah.
I think they've kind of put confidence in the players.
Yeah.
Which is really good. And then I also picked the Titans. I think they've kind of just been like there a little bit, but I think having like Cam Ward, I think that's really gonna help them and help them change the culture and just hopefully bring like a bigger like fan base to them because they don't really have a big fan base.
I mean, they do there, but it just hasn't been
it's
national.
Just like,
it hasn't been as national as it's been.
Like,
there hasn't been much to.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they're gonna do pretty good this season.
I love them. I love those picks.
Yeah,
I love those picks.
Would you like to go?
Yes, I'm chomping at the bit, actually. So I agree with you.
Thanks.
The Bills and Eagles will win their conferences and will play in the Super Bowl. I think they're the two strongest teams in the NFL right now. So barring anything shocking, especially around their two quarterbacks, I think they are built to win. And I think it's going to be a fantastic matchup. I think the Super Bowl winner will be the Buffalo Bills as well.
Twin, where have you been?
I think that they are motivated. They are built to win now. Josh Allen, MVP last year, and I think that was the right call.
They're hungry.
I think they're extremely hungry. I think they've got their O-line is improved. Their defense is extremely strong. They've got confidence. They've got momentum. There are 12 teams in the NFL that have not won a Super Bowl. And after this year...
12 teams?
After this year, there will only be 11. Because the Bills
have never won a Super Bowl?
They have never won the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. I feel like I'm going delusional.
They've been quite a bit.
That's so
with a lot of chances at the end of the game.
Many teams.
Yeah, look that up.
Oh my God.
I think it was 3 or 4 years in a row.
It would be like 2 or 3 teams. Not 12.
12 teams.
It's so many.
Yes. But only 11 after this year. So the Buffalo Bills, last season in their current stadium, will win the Super Bowl.
That is crazy. Can I read the list? I have the list pulled up. I just looked it up because that's insane to me.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so teams that have never won a Super Bowl. The Cardinals, the Falcons, the Bills, the Panthers, the Bengals.
The Bengals.
Oh my God. The Browns, the Lions. I knew that. I knew that one. The Texans, the Jaguars, the Chargers, the Vikings, and the Titans. Oh my God. And 4 of the teams, the Browns, the Lions, the Texans, and Jaguars, have never even appeared in a Super Bowl. God.
Crazy, right?
That is insane. Sorry. That took my breath away.
I know.
It's insane to me.
That's why some of these franchises and some of these cities are so hungry.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of the beginning of the season, because everybody's got a shot at the beginning of the season.
Hey. So basically what we're saying is the Bears have had a better career.
Oh yeah.
Than the Lions.
Oh yeah.
And
absolutely
the Bills.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Absolutely. I know. Most improved for me, I'm going with the Bears and the Patriots. So those are my two teams. Bears finished last season with 5 wins, Patriots with 4 wins. I predict both will add 4 more wins this season. So I'm thinking the Bears can get to 9 wins. I think that's realistic. That's over 500, and I think the Patriots can get to at least 8 wins. So we'll see.
Cool beans.
Yeah. All right. So that's the NFL wrapped. There you go.
So
book your Super Bowl tickets now, Bills and Eagles fans.
Yeah.
We'll see you in February.
Us.
And us. There you go.
Okay.
All right. College football.
So you want me to go first? So basically, we're gonna do week 0. First of all, why did they start with week 0? It makes no sense to me. It actually is so annoying. Week 0 results and our predictions. So week 0 highlights for me. Biggest surprise, upset, whatever you want to call it. Hawaii's 23-20 win over Stanford. I think that is very surprising, and I love Stanford, but that's kind of embarrassing. But like, go Hawaii, like, yes please. So yeah, that's my biggest upset surprise. Standout performance: Kansas quarterback Jalen Daniels threw for 3 touchdowns against Fresno State, which is pretty impressive if I do say so myself. So
it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah. Let's dive into our predictions.
Okay. So predictions: top 4 playoff teams. I picked Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, and Clemson. I know they're the top 4, but I think they deserve to be top 4 for a reason. So
okay. I like
just picking them. And then I think the national champion is going to be Texas.
Okay. Number 1, going all the way.
Yeah. So I know that's kind of like kind of basic, but like,
hey.
Yeah, I think
they're there for a reason.
They're number 1 for a reason, and I love Texas. Actually, I'm a big Texas fan.
Well, they have one of the best swim teams in the country, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
So yeah,
I like it.
I know that's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 being the winner, but like,
hey man, they're ranked there for a reason.
Exactly.
All right, so my final 4 in the playoffs this year, I picked Texas as well. Excuse me. They've won 25 of their last 30. And made it to the semifinals 2 years in a row. And they've got Arch Manning, along with returning 9 starters, which is
a lot.
A big advantage. I've got Penn State getting to that Final 4. They've had 34 wins in the last 3 seasons, returning veterans at QB and wide receiver. I've got Clemson as well, 2024 ACC champs, beating out Hurricanes, and a strong core of experienced players, returning their QB and top 3 receivers from last year. And the 4th team, I'm picking Oregon.
So you're not picking any of the...
No Ohio State. Sorry.
No Ohio State and no Notre Dame.
Nope. Oregon was undefeated last year before they got to the playoffs. Extremely strong. I think they've got a chip on their shoulder after going undefeated during the season and losing in the playoffs. And I think they're building just an extremely strong culture out there. And I think they're going to be ready to get back to the semifinals. So my national champion selection for this year, Penn State Nittany Lions. Nittany Lions. They are rated one of the strongest, most experienced rosters in college football. Brought in a new defensive coordinator because that was one of their weaknesses last year, to improve the defense. And I think they want redemption after their semifinal loss to Notre Dame last year. My sleeper, did you pick a sleeper?
Yeah, I did.
I'm going with Tennessee. So they're coming out of the gate ranked 20. My prediction is that they will make it into the 12-team college football playoffs.
So my sleeper team is Illinois.
Mighty Illini.
Yeah. They're in the Big Ten Conference. They have an easier schedule. It avoids Penn State, Michigan, and Oregon. So it's kind of good for them, actually.
It's really good for them.
And I think they have a good coaching staff. And I think like the core of the team is really strong. Yeah. I think they're good.
I like it. Thanks. Good stuff. All right. So
what to
you
watch?
picked Texas. I picked Penn State. We got to put all this down.
Yeah.
At the end. Yeah. You want to hit what to watch?
Yeah.
Rolling through. All right. Well, first off, not football. The 3rd and 4th round of the U.S. Open. So that'll be exciting to get closer to the finals. And then college football. Incredible slate of games this coming weekend. You've got Alabama number 8 at Florida State. I'm going to give you my predictions along with these games, if that's okay with you. I am picking Alabama. I think that...
You just don't like Florida State.
Well, I don't, but Alabama's number 8, and I think it's second year for Coach Kalen DeBoer, and I think he's going to have them fired up to win. So there is number 9 LSU at number 4 Clemson. That is the battle of the Tigers.
That's funny.
Right? So I think the Tigers are going to win. And which ones? I'm going with Clemson. So Dabo Swinney was only 1 of 4. This is really cool and interesting. Dabo Swinney was only one of 4 college football head coaches not to use the transfer portal last year. So he has created his reputation that even with all of the transfers in college football now, with the NIL deal and changes in rules, he is keeping his team, recruiting his team, and building a team around the players that he recruits
That's good.
going into college. So, yeah, I think Clemson takes that one at home.
Can I say something real fast?
Yes.
Fun fact, I remember when LSU won in 2019.
Yeah.
The football
National championship.
I remember that because I remember going to Disney Springs and there was a car with an LSU flag. It was a truck.
Oh.
And it had an LSU flag hanging off the back of it. And I just remember asking you, like, what is this? What is going on here?
What is that?
So, fun fact, actually, I do remember that.
Do you know who the quarterback was of that team?
No, I was like 11. 10.
You might have heard of him.
I was a wee baby.
His name is Joe Burrow.
Actually? King. Slay.
A fun fact. All right. And then the last 2 big games of the weekend, Texas, Ohio State. So semifinal matchup last year, which obviously Ohio State won and then went on to win the national championship. Texas is ranked ahead of them at the start of this season. It is in Ohio State. I am calling the game for the Texas Longhorns to exact revenge on the Buckeyes to start the season. Then finally wrapping it up Sunday night, number 6 Notre Dame at number 10 Miami. Hard Rock will be rocking Sunday night. However, and it pains me to say this as a Hurricanes fan, I think the Fighting Irish are going to come in with momentum, with confidence, and unfortunately, they are going to beat the Hurricanes and start off what I fear is going to be a long season for Coach Cristobal and the Hurricanes' new quarterback, Carson Beck. I hope I'm wrong, but that's my prediction. Poll question. With the start of college football season, there have been a lot of changes over the last few years, including NIL compensation, name, image, and likeness compensation for players, and changes to the ability to use the transfer portal. Is college football better since those changes have been made over the last few years? Yes or no? That is your poll question. Ready to take us home?
Yep. Be sure to follow, comment, like, subscribe, do all good things on YouTube, because I know you like YouTube.
YouTube, baby.
Bro. Instagram, TikTok, Threads, because I know you like Threads too.
Taylor likes YouTube.
Of course she does. She's Taylor Swift.
And she posted on Threads today, just so you know.
Of course she did. She got engaged. So, yeah, be sure to do all good things. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thanks for listening.